I give people a lot of advice on how to be better dungeon masters and game masters for games like D&D and other TTRPGs, and this is the video you're gonna want to save on that front, because this is how I write my stories. This is like my one-stop shop, my fucking cheat code for how I get inspiration for this sort of stuff, is I go to tvtropes.org. This is the site. It's basically a massive wiki that has every type of trope, plot point, plot hook, type of character, setting, character archetype, anything at all that is in popular media, it's on this site. And that can provide really good inspiration. So what I usually do is I go to this random trope button up at the top and I just hit it a couple times until I get something that I feel like could potentially apply to my story. Once you find one that you like, this page will give you a very humorous, usually really entertaining run through of how the trope works. It gives you a template. For example, that most recent one on a Council of Angels describes how sometimes in place of there being one god figure in a pantheon or in a world, there's a Council of Angels that makes the decisions instead, and that already is a really good idea. What if they start to have infighting? What causes that? What if one of the players is allied with one of those angels or like worships then? What happens then? It also gives examples from popular media, so you know what to look at for reference. And if you don't want to follow the trope beat for beat, it gives you possible other endings or subversions that you can use instead. I use it for a bunch of stuff too, so this, for example, is a really good way to have like a hidden location in your world. There's also ideas for NPCs or other characters that could be brought into your game. I love it to death. Like, that website is my secret weapon as a DM, so I highly recommend it, especially if you think you're not creative. It will help a ton.